Right, so I'm here with the Play Wing. Just come down to my local cliff, Colwell. Potentially it's possibly flyable for a normal paraglider, but not really. So I'd say you'd get blown back in this wind. So I've got plenty of takeoff area here. This is going to be my area where I'm going to do some more ground handling. Welcome to episode 20. And we're going to do some tricks, and we're going to do some more ground handling in the stronger wind. Like today, you can see it's really windy, and this is a perfect day for it. So I'll see you once I'm rigged up. Okay, so I'm getting into my harness. If you notice, the paraglider is safely on the ground. It's totally safe there. It's not going to open because it's still completely wrapped up. I mean, it's still in its packaging shape. So this is a safe takeoff position. There's absolutely no need to have opened this up. It's strong winds. So today's going to be about how to deal with strong wind situations. I've got the Play Wing. It's only 12 meters. So even though it's windy, it's gusting over 30, I'd say it's gusting at about 40 kilometers an hour today. So, but with this, it's perfect for playing around, and that's why I got it. You might find you've got to just open the wing a little bit. What I tend to do, if it's windy, is open half the wing. So just the downwind side, this is this one. As you can see, it's so windy that the whole thing is moving. So if I could just get you to stand on it. So I'm just going to try and inflate it from there. Get my hands in the brakes. There's a few pressure knots. Oh dear, that's not good. I just need to sort these tangles out. There we go. There we go. So she's all ready to go now. Now I'll just get back to the camera. Now with the Play, you could just let it come up like this. It's very easy to ground handle, because you literally just let it pop up. So what you need to do in this situation is take wraps on the brakes. So we're wrapping 2 wraps, 3 wraps. It's not that pretty, but this is the best way to do it. So I've got 3 wraps on the brakes there, another one, 4 wraps, as many as you need so that you can reach the back risers, one in that hand and one in that hand. Then I put both back risers together, and then I take the wraps out of the brakes. I'm grabbing the back risers just above the malleons there. So you can see I've got complete control of the wing now. I'm not being pulled, I'm totally in control. I've still got the brakes around my wrists, so they're there safely. And when I'm ready to take off, I can go from this position. So I can, in this case, on the cliff launch, I recommend the A's and C's. It's called the Mitsot launch technique. And I read about this in Kelly Farina's book, Mastering Paragliding. So you take the back risers I use my my right hand, my stronger hand, to do the back risers. And the front risers in my left hand. And then up, and then as soon as the wing's up, you kill the wing. Sorry, I've gone out of the camera shot there. So as soon as the wing's up over your head, you kill the wing. And as you can see, it's actually not too windy at all for this wing. So I'm going to try and do a little flight off the cliff. So I'll get you onto the helmet. Same again. Wrap, wrap, wrap. That's 3. That's 4. Back risers, one in that hand, one in that hand. Whoops. grab the back risers. You can see she really wants to go up. I'm wrapping the brakes because that's uncomfortable. It really squeezes you. So back risers safely in there, and I can simply pack up the wing by mushrooming it. And when you're mushrooming in strong winds, keep that back riser pulled and then grab the risers higher up like that, you can see, and that keeps the thing under control when you're mushrooming it. And keep the brakes around your wrists, and you can simply mushroom it in, and you're under control. Oh, pull the brake. Oh, I got the wrong, no, I didn't have the wrong one. So if you get the wing upside down like this, don't panic. Okay, so here we are. I didn't do that on purpose, but if you get into this situation, your A's are now your brakes. Okay, it's very turbulent because I'm in the rotor here. So if you ever have this happen, don't panic, just relax. Pull your A's to keep the wing down, because your A's are now your brakes. Pick a side, so if it's twisted you need to untwist it, but in this case I'm not twisted. Simply pull this side and run to that side, and then you flip it back over. It's not a problem. Oh, it doesn't really feel like it's lifting me enough. Might not be able to fly. I might just go straight down. Let's try. Oh, we're just going straight down here. Whoa. Oh, come. That was silly. Oh my word. Oh, I got wet feet. Oh, that was so fast. Okay, I don't recommend doing that again. It's not windy enough. I was just too fast. Whew. I got wet feet there. I tried to do a turn because it felt like the wind was coming from the other way. Okay, let's get back up. Walking back up the hill. To be honest, that was really silly. So, yeah, beware. I mean, I only got my feet wet, but that could have been really nasty. So I made the mistake of turning at the last minute. It really felt like I was going downwind, but actually the wind's coming straight up. Right, let's do some more ground handling. So hands through the brakes before I do anything, then onto the front risers. Open the wing, you see how easily it opens, and then up. Get it under control. See, it's windy. You can see how windy it is. I got pushed back just with this small wing, but when you try and fly, it's not enough wind for me to stay up with it. So we'll do some ground handling. As you can see, I'm in the rotor of the cliff here, so it's not perfect, but it makes it more challenging, which is what it's all about. So let's try the full frontal kill it technique taught by Greg Hamilton. So you want to kill the wing. It's really windy. If you want to, you can turn around, face the wing. You don't have to. And then when you're ready, grab the front risers and pull hard, and then onto the brakes. So when you pull the wing up, you need to get into the habit of running at the wing. So if we just bring the wing down again to the kill it technique, ready, stabilize it. There we go, that's lovely, that's more like it. So from here, if you want to pull the wing up, it's going right into the power zone. So let's just wrap, 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 wrap. And you can see the wing is really braked now. So I can easily get those back risers and then undo the wraps like so. Whew, so much power in the wind. So from here, to avoid being pulled back like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run at the wing. I'm going to actually run at the wing to avoid that pull. Okay, see the difference? Now the trick is, and again I've got Greg to thank for this, is to remember to run before you pull. So normally what I was doing before when I was a beginner, not that long ago, was making the mistake of pulling the risers and then running and literally being pulled. But the secret is to run first. I'll show you again. So if we just bring it down, we'll do the killing it way again. I do like this technique. You've got to, when you do that, you've got to be very quick to pull the brakes. So wrap, 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 wrap. Back risers. You can always tell the back risers because they got the brake toggle fitting on. I think that's my tissue. So again, my brakes are on my wrists. So I've got the back risers in my right hand. I don't really need the A's, but they're in my left hand. And so I'm going to pull the wing up, and I'm going to run before I pull. It's very strong now. So ready, I'll tell you when. Running and pull. Okay, you can see, not perfect, but so that's when it's really, I find helpful to remember to run at the wing. And also what you need to practice when you're doing ground handling is practice turning both ways. Don't get into a rut like I did at the beginning of only turning the one way. I prefer to turn left when I pull the wing up, but I've been practicing recently turning both ways. So for example, I'm just controlling on the back risers now. You can do that using the back risers. Is a really wonderful technique, especially if you're on a takeoff. But anyway, so let's just bring it to the other side. The back risers is better than the brakes if you're on a sort of a lifty point on takeoff. Let's just quickly show you that. So if you're on a windy takeoff and you don't want to get lifted, grab the back risers instead of the brakes. There's so much yaw. I'm struggling here. I'm just going to let off some of the trim tabs. There we go. That's better. Much more speed. So on the back risers, it gives you the ability to kill the wing, to put like a brake in the wing instead of the brakes. The brakes lift the wing. They produce lift. The back risers are doing like an air brake. They're bending the wing, but they're not producing the lift. And so that will stop you getting lifted. So practice that one, the back risers. Don't forget to use them. Normally I use them if I'm facing into the wind and I've just landed, or maybe I'm on takeoff and I'm not ready to launch. I just want a bit more time, but I'm being lifted. So grab the back risers and use them, and it will just bring you straight down. And if you're in the air, you'll just come down, but you won't be lifted too much, if you know what I mean. It's hard to show you because we're on a flat field here. Anyway, so back to turning the wrong way. So if I turn the other way like this, you can see I'm trying to bring it down. Okay, so I'll turn the other way, and I normally prefer to turn the other way. Oh, sugar, I almost caught the camera. So turning the wrong way, bring the wing down. So you see my little collapse trick. works better in lighter winds. Turn the other way and practice turning the other way. Don't get stuck in a rut. There we go. That was nice. Just let the wing collapse on the side. So let's try doing a cobra launch. You need the wing right on the edge of the wind window, and then you're pulling it up from here, and you're using the A and the brake. So this A and this brake. There we are. That's difficult to show with this wing because it's so what you can do is you can let go of that one and fly the wing with the A and the brake like this, but I prefer not to let go. So more into wind, pull the A, more power in the power zone, pull the brake. You can actually fly the wing with this hand and this hand. You see? Just practice doing this, and then as it comes up you can just walk underneath the wing if you want to. I prefer to keep my hands in the correct brakes. Whoa, dear. Upside down again. So the reason it's going upside down is because I keep going outside the window. There we go. Run over that way. Okay, let's try again. And then we'll do the bunch launch. I've got to be able to pull that A. And you can switch to this brake like this. See? A and brake, A and brake. Controlling it. That's right on the edge of the window there. Any more and she'll collapse. Because you see, so just play with the wing. Practice playing with it like this on the edge of the window, window. And that's what a cobra launch is all about. Right on the edge of the wind window, and there's no power there. If it goes down to the downwind side, that's going into the power zone. Oh no, it's collapsed, there we go, because it's right on the edge of the window, you see. So I'm switching to the A and the brake, and I'm controlling it like this. I quite like that, rather than letting go of the correct brakes, so that when it comes up, all I do is I let go of that brake. You see, I'm not losing my toggles, I'm not losing my normal position. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm controlling it with one A and the brake, and you can stop it collapsing with the brake line. So bunch the wing in. Again, make sure you leave some back riser pulled on. So we want to bunch the wing up as much as we can, making sure we haven't got any pressure knots. The other thing you need to do is check that the wing tips are not cravatted. So it's a good idea just to make sure there's no cravats. Wing tips are ready to come up like that. Then when you pull the lines out, don't let them go at once, just let them go slowly. And there we go, we're ready now. It's almost unfolded, but you can just go from that sort of position. You get the A's, you get your brakes ready, and run at the wing. And you can see she comes up, whoop, in a big ears way. That's a bit untidy. Sorry about that, that was very untidy. But she comes up in the sort of a big ears conformation. So to bring the wing down in a normal sort of wind, you know, you could bring it to the side, or you could just pull the brakes. Even if you pull the brakes though, you can see it bangs, she bangs down. Can you see it's very untidy? So if you pull the brakes, it's so untidy, and it's going all over the place. It's pulling. It's not very nice. It can lift you off your feet if it's windy, of course. But by pulling the back risers, you don't have to pull them that fast. You just pull them at a comfortable rate so that the wing comes down, and you can release them a bit just before the wing touches down, because otherwise it can slam into the ground and this will damage your wing. So you can also ground handle with the back risers, and that's a good idea to do that because it gives you, you know, a little bit more control when you want to bring the wing down like this. So pulling it and you can see the wings down. So don't forget that's the normal technique, but these other techniques I'm talking about are for very strong winds, like the killing it technique with a full frontal, and if you wanted to go to the side and collapse the wing. But the back risers, you can see there's plenty of control there. They're fine for your normal use. You can even ground handle it with the back risers. Look, see, I'm going to the side, going to the other side, the other side. See that? I've got plenty of control. It's easier with this wing because it's a small wing. Now, if it's a big wing, it's not so easy to do this, if it's a normal paraglider. But you've still got lots of control there. Another thing to practice is practice ground handling with your eyes closed. So you can turn into wind, and from this point just close your eyes and feel. So right now the wing is overhead. I can feel it's going to that side, and the way I'm feeling it is I'm feeling the tension on the riser. So if my right riser gets more tension and is lifting me, then I know the right wing is lifting. And I can feel the bumps, I can feel when she's been lifted. Just checking the camera. And you can just stand there for ages, just feeling the wind with your eyes closed. You can feel when it lifts. You can turn around with my eyes closed. That's a bit more tricky because the risers are crossed. And now I'm really having to use Jedi Knight skills to feel the wing with the risers crossed, because I'm not getting, it feels really unnerving because I really can't feel it that well. It feels a little bit like it could easily get out of control. So practice that, just playing with the wing with your eyes closed. You can always practice the beeline stall. Look at that. If you pull the bees, the wing cannot fly. It's a beeline stall. Release the bees and up she comes. So another beeline stall. Oh, down she comes. That's quite fun, just playing with that and getting the feel of what a beeline stall feels like. And there is a little bit of control on the bees. Look at that. You could actually use the beelines to bring the wing down, but you shouldn't do that on a normal paraglider because it can damage it. So rather use the back risers. And remember, just before the wing touches down, just release it out a bit, whoops, so that it doesn't smash into the ground. Another thing you can practice is taking off backwards, twisted, like this. I mean, I'm not going to take off. I can't. Take off and then untwist. If you're on a nice, safe, grassy slope, you can do that. Get familiar with that feeling of taking off the wrong way. Back risers, and there we are. The wing is in control. It's I'm telling the wing what to do. It's not telling me what to do. I will let it fly when I want to. And that's what ground handling does. It gives you the ability to really get used to the wing and get used to the feeling of the power of the wind, and to get the confidence to be able to be in command of that wing. One other trick you can do is when you pack up, if it's a cliff, place the wing right in the rotor here. So you can see there's a little dead zone because the wind is coming up and it's rotoring behind the cliff. This is a really good place to pack up. There's a little wind shadow, so that's where I shall pack up. Thanks for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Hopefully next time I actually get in the air. Bye bye for now.